people picking out targets and everything else. These targets, which had never before been bombed by any other bees. I knew the 5 of them beforehand, but I didn't know which one it would be. But we were all in favor.
Massage me.
That was it. Where we could do the most good with one bomb, that we were going to drop everything else. That's because
Massage
the
again.
second army was there. You probably don't realize it,
Good
but
cat.
25% of the
Very
people
good
killed in
cat.
Hiroshima were military people. And then you had materiel that was going over to Shikoku for the defense of Japan and everything else. You could probably do more good bombing that than you could have in any other city.
Very good cat. Very good kitty.
Continued to fly practice missions to Japan,
Very
dropping
good
their black
kitty.
powder bombs configured in shapes similar to the anticipated atomic bomb. In mid-July, Tibbets learned that the atomic mission might be given to a different B-29 unit. Colonel Butch Blanchard, the senior operations officer on Tinian, had argued that other B-29 crews were more experienced and more qualified. Tibbets countered that the 509th had been trained specifically for the atomic bomb mission and were fully competent to fly it. He offered to take Blanchard on a practice mission to prove his point.
He massages
With
me.
Blanchard in the jump seat, Tibbets flew to nearby Rota Island, still held by the Japanese.
Very
The
good
Tibbets
kitty.
plane arrived at its target precisely
Very
on
good
time and dropped
kitty.
its simulated atom bomb precisely on target.
Massage.
With the bomb away, Tibbets snapped the big bomber into the evasive maneuver his crews had practiced. Blanchard turned pale as the G-forces pinned him to his seat. He declared that he'd seen enough. The 509th would drop the atom bomb.
The B-29 was not supposed to only go together under that maneuver. We later found out. Make the turn in your coming office steep enough so your tail starts to stall.
Very
Then
nice.
you know you have to turn
Very
steep enough.
nice kitty.
And just push the throttle
Always
forward.
massage me.
Use a couple thousand feet in the turn and just run like hell.
I feel like it's best to be a broker because now you can attract a variety of different religions.
This is almost over.
In the second half of July, the 509th made a dozen conventional raids on Japanese cities, dropping the simulated atom bombs, bulbous, pumpkin-shaped casings filled with black powder or other conventional explosives. The raids avoided cities that were on the atom bomb target list. Their strange tactics, just 2 or 3 bombers at high altitude, confused the Japanese. Fighters almost never tried to intercept the bombers, and anti-aircraft fire couldn't reach the B-29s at 30,000 feet. Gradually, the Japanese became accustomed to seeing small groups of bombers that didn't cause much damage. Although some of the pumpkin-shaped bombs were aimed by radar onto cloud-covered targets, it was decided that the atomic bomb would only be dropped if the target were clearly visible to the bombardier. Colonel Tibbets was prohibited from flying these practice missions to Japan. General Curtis LeMay, who commanded all B-29 combat operations against Japan, declared that Tibbets was too valuable to the atom bomb mission and knew too much to risk falling into Japanese hands. The pumpkin raids proved to Tibbets that his crews were ready for the atom bomb mission. They could deliver the bomb precisely on time and precisely on target.